Well, we're starting it a little early this morning because number one, well, he's not here. He's in. Come on, Greg. Kenny Flamia has rejoined us. Good morning to Kenny Flamia. There you go. I sent out an all points bulletin for Kenny, and he showed up this morning. Thank you. And I know, just kidding. I know it's not that easy to show up every morning. But there we go. Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you aboard. And, of course, I don't have to tell you, even when there's nothing to say, even when my mouth is shut, I got stuff to talk about. So just waiting for the 9 o'clock to start. George is here. Good morning, George. And for those listening, we don't start until 9 o'clock. Right now it's 8:59. It's 9 o'clock. So you know what I say? Let's say it all together. Welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely Wednesday morning. I'm getting to know the days. That's the key, Here I am, getting up there up in class, and I'm remembering more. Most people forget. I remember more, and I know when I remember the days, I'm going to have a good day. Good morning to White Sox Al, who's just joining. Prime Time is here. Thank you so much for getting the draft guide, Prime Time. And Ohio Angels fans, so many of you guys have been so nice. Top of the morning to you. The draft guide, the sales are going very well. Everything is good. Andy's updating it. If you got any problems, she'll fix it. It's all about customer service. Right, Andy? And Andy's services are customers. All right, that's for sure. So, okay. Anyway, all right. Now, before you do anything, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, right? You know me. I don't make a big deal out of anything that I do right. DK Luce, good morning to you. Go back to February 6th podcast. Now, it's entitled that Cuba is getting a second baseman, but it's not Cuba. I can't type. It's the Cubs getting yeah, I actually wrote Cuba gets a second baseman. February 6th at 11:09 in the podcast, you will hear that, what's his name? Jason Kipnis is coming to the Cubs. That's February 6th at 11:09. You can hear it because you heard it first. But nobody. I mean, I love you all, but come on, guys, give me credit for this shit, will you? Brooks, going to be a good day this morning. Brooks is beginning to show up every day now because it's a good day. Tito Luna is here. Good morning, and we're going to call you Tito Luna Tick. There he is. There he is. Yesterday, hey, Greg, go back and listen to yesterday's podcast at the beginning. I almost had a heart attack when you were not here. Ray K is here. Good morning. And, all right, let's get to it. Enough of this nonsense. We got some good stuff, man. By the way, don't forget, Sunday, Craig Mish is our guest. Sirius 210, XM 87. I'll give you the number on Friday, and we want to knock him dead with the phone calls this week, okay? Because we don't have anything to talk about. So, all right, let's get right to it now. Joe Musgrove. You know who Joe? We're going to talk about Texas today, okay? Joe Musgrove, the pitcher who did pitch for the Astros, he says it's not just the Astros. He spoke at, he's now with the Pirates. He spoke at a Pirate function on Tuesday. He says, look, he was on the World Championship team. He helped win the 2017. He says it's tainted. The abundance of sign stealing around Major League Baseball and all is unbelievable, all right? If Major League Baseball did an investigation as thorough as they did on the Astros with every team in baseball, they're going to find a lot more than what they want to find. How about that? Okay? So, I'm just going to, that's it. There's a lot more that he said, but that's brutal. That's brutal. Absolutely. But is that a surprise? Remember, I'm the guy who also said, and nobody, go back, February 6th, 11:09 in the podcast. All right. Now, remember this. They're going to talk about how the New York Mets, and I've mentioned this before, I'm reading articles now that Beltran was the relentless godfather in the Astros sign stealing scheme. And they acquired Jake Marisnick, who received, percentage-wise, the most help of any player on the Astros with the sign stealing scheme. I have said, and I will come out, that the Mets knew all about it. They knew all about Beltran as the Godfather. They knew about Marisnik as a real, taking advantage of this thing more than anybody. They signed these players to improve their stealing of the signals. Okay, to improve their cheating. You'll hear it. You haven't heard it first by anybody. Okay, I got to give credit to Jim Memolo on the MLB channel. And these MLB guys, let me tell you something. Fantasy guys who do podcasts and radio shows, we got something to talk about. We can talk about rankings and ratings and leagues and drafts and all that stuff. The MLB guys got nothing. they got nothing. We have a whole different ball game. But Jim Memolo came out this morning. How many of the people, how many chat room people actually do binge watching on TV? Nakahoma is here. Good morning to the Chief Nakahoma. Ohio Angels fans, Shop Smart Stop. I thought that was like Shop and Stop. That's where I get my prescriptions filled. Unholy Toledo, good morning. I didn't see you, my boy. There you go. Okay. How many of you people in the chat room, watch TV by binge watching? Binge watching. So, that's the popular thing. Right now, there are many people who watch entire seasons like in a couple of days. Think about that now for a second. Let that sink in. If that's we always talk about the youngsters playing their video games with instant gratification. But how many people actually do binge watching? A lot more than I would think. And I got with attendance down 7 years in a row. Doug Boyle is a binge watcher. Okay. So, all right, we binge watch. Think about it. That goes exactly the opposite of Major League Baseball. With 162 games, they start in April and they end in September. Think about how that relates to the new phase of binge watching. Think about how it relates to playing video games. The country is a-changing. The country is a-changing. Yeah, George is a binge heroin addict. Yeah, and I wonder, do you think it would be better to play Major League Baseball within a matter of like 45 days? That's it. So to play now with this new rule, to play 162 games to just eliminate half the league, it doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is to consolidate. May not consolidate Major League Baseball. We got to change things around a little bit. Got to change it around. Got to start in May when the weather's a little bit better. Got to end in August. May to August. May, June, July. That's 4 months. That's still probably a lot. I mean, even the World Series has to end in August. World Series. Ray Donovan was canceled, right? Holy mackerel. So we all. All right, Unholy Toledo says he saw 7 seasons of Ray Donovan in 2 weeks. That's how we watch it. Somehow, baseball has to take that lead. If baseball is going to remain a top sport in this country, I'm telling you, we got to shorten the season. Start in May and end in August. When I say end, I'm talking about the World Series ends in August. Let football start in September like they do. No sense in overlapping and playing games in the cold weather. We got to rethink it. May not be popular right now, but you could etch it in your kitchen table. That is what's going to happen. Okay? Oh boy, and it's been a very exciting offseason. I mean, don't forget we started the offseason talking about a wild boar with Jonas Cespedes, and then we get Joey Corey gets fired, AJ Hinch gets fired. Red Sox just got a manager today. I got something to say about that. And Beltran, he gets hired, he gets fired. Holy macaroni and cheese. And Renicky has been with the Red Sox for a couple of years. So, you got to take the position now that, and he's not an official. He's the what is it? What is it called? He's the temporary manager. But has he been around for a couple of years? If the Red Sox are guilty of anything, and I know Memolo talked about this morning as well, but it's true. If Renicky is guilty of, has been there, then he's got to know. I mean, we don't know what's coming out. He's got to know what's going on with this sign stealing and everything. And if he didn't do anything about it, he should not be named the manager. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see what happens, okay? He should not be named the manager. Okay, now let's get to the nitty and the gritty, all right? Jim Bowden, I sent Jim an email just to confirm this. Somebody told me this. I don't know if anybody else heard this. He said that the juice ball will be no longer. So the juice ball, and I'm waiting for a confirmation on it. I sent Jim an email this morning. He hasn't answered me. He normally does answer. Somebody told me that he said his sources say that, if anybody heard that, let me know. His sources say that the juice ball will be no longer. So take a look. How does it affect us? How does the sign stealing affect us? You got to take the position that any pitchers or hitters that have spiked in the last year or two, those are the guys that you have to downgrade a little bit. All right? Pretty interesting. And, of course, sources confirm that free agent outfielder Kevin Pillar is close to a deal with the Red Sox. And what does that mean? All right, Andy is here. Let's just ask Andrea, the Roto lady, if Kevin Pillar signs with the Red Sox, what's the next move? Nothing, she says. Okay, there you go. All right, Jackie Bradley is going to be traded. Kevin Pillar is the same player as Jackie Bradley. He may even be better than Jackie Bradley. So expect Jackie Bradley to be traded. That's a fair warning if you're in that stupid National League, American League only, that allows you to trade, to lose players if they get traded. Jackie Bradley's on his way out, right? On his way out. Now, the other thing I heard this morning, unbelievable, the doctor for the Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers have this kid Graterol. Somehow they managed to get him. But the doctors for the Dodgers happen to be the doctors of Graterol. They're his doctors. They've been his doctors. They know all about him. And he winds up on the Dodgers. And the Red Sox didn't have doctors examine him. They just went by, as they say, some kind of reports that they got. So Graterol, yep, Graterol is, his doctors are the doctors that are the doctors for the actual team. Dr. Bob is here. Good morning to Dr. Bob. Say hello to Dr. Bob. Make sure, somebody please, make sure Dr. Bob is getting the sound, okay? So that's what we got. Yeah, all right. Jay Bass is here. Good morning, okay? Dr. Bob, let's just go right in the chat room. Sound. Let's see if he's got sound. Okay, that's the way we do it. Okay, now, so yeah, that's the thing. The doctors for the Dodgers are Graterol's doctors. And he could be. You know, Andy and I had a little disagreement on Sirius over the weekend. I said that the worst pick was in round 29, the last round of the labor draft, Blake Trinan. I thought he should have gone a lot higher because I don't believe Kenley Jansen is gonna survive the season. He may not even start the season as the closer. Don't forget, he didn't play a lot of games, okay? All right, Jay Bass, tomorrow's Thursday. What's going on? You told me we'd meet on Thursday night sometime. You and your friends and the whole deal. Anyway, I'm not shy. I was happy to see that. I want to say hello. So anyway, Graterol could actually be the Dodger closer by the end of the year. How about that one? And, so now the Red Sox get Jeter Downs, and you wonder, why would the Dodgers get rid of Jeter Downs? Why? Why